And we are back on the sticks with another episode of the Madden 19 Giants franchise. And in this one, I'm bringing you a Week 2 matchup against a division rival Dallas Cowboys and a team that we're all too familiar with in the NFC East. This game can almost be put in a must-win category because when you think about the way that we came out and played last week, despite having some pretty good statistics, we still ended up taking a loss against Jacksonville, so we can't afford to come out and start the season off 0-2. Now, get into the gameplay. The Cowboys chose to receive the ball first, and Zeke gets the carry for a pickup of 6. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4 now. Prescott under center drops back and hits his tight end wide open in the middle of the field, but the ball is knocked loose by Landon Collins, and he's also able to recover the fumble to give the Giants the ball with great field position at the 42-yard line. That was a great play by Landon Collins. Taking another look at it, as soon as the pass is completed, Collins is right there to knock the ball loose, and then he's got the presence of mind to dive on it as well. That was just a great play by Collins and for this Giants defense to start the game. So now we get our first look at the Giants offense today. Eli takes the snap under center, looking to work underneath to Shepard. He makes a grab there for a short completion, setting up 2nd and 7. Manning, after sending Beckham in motion, makes a quick check at the line, takes the snap from center, 3-step drop, trying to buy time, looking for a receiver to get open, and finds a wide open receiver downfield to Shepard on the completion. That's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 39. The Giants look to establish the running game right there to Barkley, but there's no running room on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd and short now. Going back to the passing attack, Eli is under pressure on 2nd and 8 and does the smart thing by getting rid of it there, bringing it 3rd and long now. The Cowboys then send the blitz. Eli checks it down underneath, but the collision from Smith jars the ball loose and we're forced to settle for 3 on the drive. So the Cowboys start their next possession at the 25-yard line, going back to the ground attack with Zeke, but Ogletree is right there to make the tackle after a gain of 1. Next play on 2nd and 9, Zeke finds some running room and gets tackled, this time after a nice pickup of 5 or 6 on the play. 3rd and short now, Zeke gets the carry once again, pushing the pile and ends up picking up the 1st down and maybe a couple of extra yards on the play. So now they've got 1st and 10 from the 37. Prescott looking to take a shot deep with the play action fake, has a man but overthrows his wide receiver. The coverage was a little late getting there. That could have been a huge play. But getting back to 2nd and 10, Zeke finds running room after the spin move and takes the Cowboys up to the 48-yard line. The next play on 1st and 10, Prescott with the play fake, looks downfield for a second but decides to check it down, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 situation for Dallas. Elliott then gets his name called and finds a little bit of running room off the right side, but he's going to get tackled after a gain of 5, bringing up 3rd and 2. So Prescott takes a snap under center and hands it off to his receiver out of the backfield. That was a really questionable call by the Cowboys, and Vernon was all over it, but I don't get it. They took out Zeke so they could try to run a dive play with Tavon Austin. The fans here at Jerry World have got to be scratching their head after that one. But anyways, getting back to our next possession, after the carry by Barkley goes pretty much nowhere, Eli's facing the 2nd and 9 out of the gun, trying to look downfield and take a shot, but throws it into double coverage. That pass probably should have been intercepted, but the Giants are now facing a 3rd and long from their own 12. So Eli drops back out of the gun, throws complete to Beckham, but he coughs it up after the big hit, and the Dallas Cowboys are going to recover inside the red zone. And a couple plays later, the Cowboys are in a 1st and goal situation. Zeke gets the carry and almost is able to punch it in, but gets taken down at the 1, setting up 2nd and goal. Prescott then goes with the play fake from the goal line. Looks like he's gonna punch it in, but gets taken down by Landon Collins at the 1. What another big play by this defense. A stop here on 3rd and goal would be huge. So the Cowboys look to hand it off to Zeke, and again it's Landon Collins keeping Zeke out of the end zone. What a play by Collins. He's been making some great plays here early in this one. Everything from the forced fumble in the 1st quarter to the 2 goal line stops. He's definitely playing like a man that wants a new contract. So now we're tied at 3 a couple of minutes into the 2nd quarter. Eli comes out in the pistol, looking to work the ball to Beckham across the middle of the field there, and the pass is incomplete. It looked like the contact may have gotten there before the ball did, but there was no flag on the play. So that brings up a 2nd and long from the 26. Eli takes the snap out of the gun and launches a shot downfield that's completed to Beckham at the 37-yard line. Manning hooking up with OBJ for the first time today results in a huge play downfield that reminds us a lot of what we saw last week against Jacksonville. Whenever OBJ has a one-on-one matchup, 9 out of 10 times Manning is going to throw it up there to let him make a play. So moving ahead a couple plays after the big strike to Odell, Manning comes out in the gun, makes a quick check at the line of scrimmage, takes the snap and rifles a pass to OBJ that's completed down the seam, and he's going to stumble his way into the end zone for 6. Now the Cowboys look to respond on their next drive. Dak with the snap under center, hands it off to Zeke Elliott off the left side. He has running room, bounces off a tackler, and he's got nothing but green grass in front of him. It's a foot race all the way down to the 5-yard line before he's finally tripped up from behind by DRC. What a crazy run by Ezekiel Elliott right there. But we've been in this position before. Can we get a goal line stop? On first and goal, Prescott dumps it short underneath there to his tight end, and that's going to pick up 3, setting up second and goal. They then turn and hand it off to Zeke, and he's able to walk in untouched for an easy touchdown. So in just a few quick plays, the Cowboys are able to tie this thing up once again. So we come out on the next drive here looking to be aggressive, staying with the passing attack. Odell makes the grab, and that'll take us up to the Cowboys 42. The next play is a handoff to Barkley off the left side, finding a little bit of running room, and he'll be tackled after a nice pickup of 8 on the play, which eventually leads to this 3rd and 2 situation. Manning comes out in the gun, makes a quick check at the line, takes the snap, looking to work it underneath to Barkley. He makes the grab and picks up the first down. So on the next play on 1st and 10, Manning takes the snap out of the gun, looking for Odell in the deep comeback, but the timing is just a little off, so the pass is incomplete. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Manning once again out of the gun, this time trying to thread the needle to Ingram, throwing in a double coverage there, and we're fortunate to have that one only batted down. So that brings up a 3rd and 10 situation. Manning puts the ball right on OBJ, but he can't hang on to it. So for the second time today, we're forced to send out the field goal unit. The kick is up and right through the uprights, and we're right back on top with the 3-point lead. But there's still tons of time left before halftime with over a minute to play. Prescott unloads a pass that's completed near the sideline, and Dallas now has a great chance to put up some points here before halftime. Now, moving ahead a bit to 1st and 10 from the 25, Prescott takes a snap out of an empty set and throws a beautiful pass that's completed to Beasley in the end zone. Taking another look at it, Darian Thompson completely misplayed this route by jumping something underneath, which in turn left Beasley a free path to the end zone for an easy touchdown. Picking up things now late in the 3rd quarter, Dallas has it at the 20. Prescott takes the snap from center, drops back looking for a receiver. He's under pressure, gets hit and fumbles the ball. The Dallas Cowboys recover it, and they're going to be down at the 2-yard line. That could be the shift in momentum that we need as the 3rd quarter winds down, because the Cowboys are backed up against their own goal line. We're stacking the box. Dak Prescott takes a snap under center. Bowman shoots the gap and tackles Zeke in the end zone for the safety. So once again, the defense steps up and makes a huge play when it has to, because that safety right there could very well determine the outcome of this game. Now, after the punt, we set up shop here at the 45-yard line. Manning hands it off to Barkley, who finds a nice hole off the right side, and he's going to push the pile past the 1st down marker. And now we're looking at a 1st and 10 from the 44. So Manning, out of an empty back set, dumps it underneath to Ingram, who makes the completion for a short gain to move us up to the 40. 2nd and 6 now. Barkley gets the strong side toss and a couple of blocks, taking us even further into Cowboys territory before finally being pushed out at the 27. That was a nice run by Saquon. The next play on 1st and 10, Manning completely overthrows Ingram right there. I'm not too sure if Manning had pressure in his face on that play, but that's the type of pass you'll rarely see him make. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 situation now. Manning takes a snap under center, and just like the previous play, completely overthrows Evan Ingram, and that one is frustrating because that would have gone for 6. So instead of having the lead, we're now faced with a 3rd and 10 situation. Manning, once again from center, again overthrows a wide open receiver. This time it was intended for Sterling Shepard, but man, the inaccurate throws couldn't happen at a worse time, you guys. Granted, we were able to kick the field goal and regain the lead, but we really should have had a touchdown on that drive, folks. That may very well come back to bite us. But getting back to the gameplay here, the pass from Prescott on 1st and 10 is batted down and complete, setting up 2nd and 10. They then try to set up the screen game to Elliott, and he gets about 4 or 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. So out of the gun, Dak Prescott takes the snap and finds a receiver right at the 1st down marker. It looks like he gets the 1st down, but check this out, you guys. The refs are going to call it 4th and 1. Now, if you guys go back and rewatch that play, Hearns did have the 1st down initially, but when he juked, he ended up losing yardage, which in turn helped us out big time. So we'll take that as we get into our next drive here on 2nd and 4. The handoff to Barkley gets us a nice gain there, but more importantly, it keeps the drive alive and it keeps the clock running. So on the next play on 1st and 10 from the 36th, Barkley gets the toss from Manning and runs right into Sean Lee for a 2-yard loss. And now we're behind the chains in this drive as we should be trying to run it and milk the clock down. But instead, Manning takes a snap out of the gun, looking to stay aggressive, has a man open deep downfield as Evan Ingram, and he makes the grab for the easy touchdown. And just like that, we're going to be up 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. So now it's going to be all about the defensive side of the ball, because the stop here puts this game away. On 1st and 10, Prescott throws right over my user control linebacker for an incompletion. I promise you guys, I did hit Y there, just nothing happened. Fortunately though, the pass was incomplete, which brings up 2nd down. Williams makes the completion there and moves the Cowboys to the 40-yard line. A couple plays later, on 3rd and 10, Dak takes a snap out of an empty set, climbs up into the pocket and delivers a beautiful pass on target to Hearns that's going to move them up to the 37. So then the Cowboys come out in a 3-wide set. Dak takes a snap out of the gun and throws a pass that's completed to Ezekiel Elliott on the angle route, and the Cowboys are doing their best to make things really interesting here down the stretch. A couple plays later here, on 3rd and 2, Dak finds his tight end to extend the drive, and that brings up 1st and goal from the 7. So Prescott from the gun takes the snap and rifles it into the end zone and is caught for the touchdown. What a back-breaking play by our defense right there. We could not afford to give up a touchdown, but that's exactly what we did. But the Cowboys still need 2 to tie it, so this is a huge play right here. Zeke with the handoff is going to be denied by Olivier Vernon at the goal line. I've got to run this back for you guys. As they pull the right guard to block, Vernon is in the backfield instantly, and he reads this play perfectly to get to Zeke to take him down. What a crazy way to wrap this one up. It really went down to the wire. But as you guys can see, the final on this one is 28-23. And as I leave you guys with the stats, I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody who's been supporting my channel. You guys are truly amazing, and you really inspire me to want to do this and to go even harder in this grind. So once again, here's a big thank you to all you guys for your support. Anyways, folks, I'm up against it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.